Hey friends, welcome back to Pioneer Health Homestead. If you ever feel like life is overwhelming and the to-do list never ends, you're not alone. I feel that too. The way I get through it is by focusing on one small step at a time. Today I'm bringing you along as I go through a busy day, first making grape jelly from a surprise gift of homegrown grapes, then unboxing herbs for 6th season, giving my Herbal Pantry a quick cleanup, trying a little seed experiment, and finishing up a batch of elderberry fire cider. None of it is perfect, and it's definitely happening with kids around, as you'll see, but that's real life. My hope is that it encourages you to keep moving forward even if you feel overwhelmed. So these grapes definitely were not on my to-do list today, but when you're given such a blessing, you make the time. I broke it into steps: wash, cook, strain, and then jar them up. Doing it bit by bit kept it from feeling like too much and that I could not handle it. As I am washing these grapes, you might see some kids stick their hands in from time to time, get in between me and the counter, but that is life these days. Trying to get things done as I raise my 5 children from ages 22 months up to almost 13 years old, and we have to be flexible. We have to learn how to roll with the flow, roll with the punches, and just continue on doing one thing at a time. I am doing these grapes and turning them into jelly as often as I can. This is not a project that I am doing start to finish, standing there in the kitchen continuously. I am constantly taking pauses, constantly going and doing things with the kids, dirty diapers, different things, stopping fights, but I am continually just moving forward and doing what I can as the day allows me. And that is all that we really can do. We can't continue to put too much pressure on ourselves, especially as stay-at-home moms or working moms. We just have to do what we can, and we have to be okay with it. We can't just keep telling ourselves that we need to do it all. It's just not possible. As I am doing this, I am not doing laundry. I am not washing the floors. I am not doing the bathrooms. But I am taking a sweet gift from a friend and turning it into nourishment for my children that I am comfortable with the ingredients in, which to me is more important than scrubbing the floors today or anything along those lines. And yes, I will use an excuse to not do that as often as possible. So let me get back to what I am doing currently. I am making grape jelly from some grapes that my sweet friend gave me last minute, letting me know in the morning that I could come pick them up, and you bet your bottoms I did. Loaded the kids up and we went and grabbed it. And I'm using the universal Pomona's pectin grape jelly recipe where it uses less sugar, and using calcium water that I'm adding here, and some lemon juice that I already added, and then we'll be adding the sugar and the pectin. And it is a wonderful thing to have in your pantry if you don't want to do a high sugar ball recipe. I usually prefer to use these. You can look back in previous videos that I'll link in the description box below. This is what I have been using all season. I have a ton of this stored in my pantry, and which is good because that's the last of my sugar right there. So it works out great. I will put a link to this recipe and to the pectin in the description box below. Oh yeah, ready. I feel like I've been saying it a lot recently in my videos, but my cranky toddler had to be on me while I was trying to do this, and you can see that was me cheering him up. He had been crying for quite a while and just wanted his mother, but I needed to try and get something done, and the power of baby wearing is real. One of the things that I used to stress about with canning when I was really new was getting it done quickly. And I've learned that you really need to take your time with canning. There are certain things like this that are pretty quick, but canning is not meant to be simple. It's not meant to be, a microwave oven, or it's not meant to be like a microwave dinner where you just pop it in and go. It is a labor of love. And that is what I am doing here for my family. So I ended up with 8 jars of jelly, and they all sealed. It was wonderful. And we are all set now, probably for the next year, combining this with the other ones that I have made. And again, I'll link those below in the description box. And the fun thing that happened that I was not anticipating until I was doing it was grapes dye things. So this is now purple, which is kind of interesting. I just got this from an antique store a couple weeks ago. I showed it to you in the last video, and now it has a dye. So this will be a fun story to always remember. Grapes will dye your utensils. Will it come off? I think so, maybe over time, but not right now. For now, it is purple. Something else I've been neglecting is this pantry / laundry room / my herbal storage space and everything else in between. It is a hot mess, and I did just get a very large herbal order from Star West Botanicals that I'll be showing you shortly. But as you can see, this is just one area. If you've seen previous videos, you've seen my other shelves with my jars that are in the living room, and I'll also show you that later. But it's time to get ready for 6th season, and I do have my herbal business, so this is not all just for us. This is for my local community and for those that order online. Those are some of the hydrosols that I have made in previous videos, and I can link that below as well. Something like the lavender hydrosol and the rose hydrosol and the spearmint hydrosol. I plan on making soaps with those really soon. And just some things like a candle that my husband used. It's a citronella that we don't want to waste all the wax. I just need to buy wicks for it to redo it. And so this is on my to-do list today, is to kind of sort through this, but it will take a back seat to the other things that I have to do first. And that, again, is just something to deal with my overwhelm of life, and it's gotten to the point where it needs to be dealt with, as you can see. But do you have something in your life that is piling up that needs to be attended to? Let me know in the comments below. So like I mentioned, this is my large herbal haul from Star West Botanicals. I will put a link to all of these in the description box below. Let me know which of these you like and which you haven't tried yet. But this is elderberries. I have 4 pounds of elderberries, and that is not going to be enough for me at all. I do use this in my business for elderberry syrups and elderberry syrup quick kits that I have, because elderberries are amazing for immune support, as most people know. It's high in vitamin C, and it helps prevent the flu virus from replicating in your cells. And another one that I got that I use for personal, this is for personal use, is the gunpowder green tea. I really enjoy green tea in the afternoon mixed with some other herbs that I'll show you here, but I was running really low and Mama needs her caffeine. And yes, green tea is caffeinated, and that is how I get through my afternoons sometimes, but I also put it in my detox tea, which I can put the recipe down below. It's also in another video, but Mama needs her green tea. And then my wild cherry bark. I am running low, and I use this in my business for the cough and sore throat syrup. It is a wonderful addition to that recipe. I also put it in the cough and sore throat quick kits, which I will link all of this down below if you are interested in checking them out. I do not have the recipes to these online, but I do have the elderberry syrup available for free in my ebook, which is listed in the description box. Feel free to download that and get some wonderful herbal recipes. But the echinacea, I think that kind of goes without saying in today's world. I use that in many of my recipes for an herbal stimulant. It's also great anti-inflammatory. It's just an all-around great herb to have. And you'll notice that I accidentally put it in my root one, which there was only a couple tablespoons left, but I can't get the word root off because this chalk is permanent apparently. So just pretend you don't see it. And it really doesn't matter too much if you're using the aerial parts or the root. It's the same medicinal properties. Rose hips I started adding into my elderberry syrup several years ago because it does help thicken it. It does help the syrup congeal a little bit more as a syrup rather than just a liquid. And I find that my customers always like that. But it does have the added sweetness and the added vitamin C, which is amazing. Nettle is, of course, one of my favorite herbs. If you've watched me at all, you know that this is my favorite herb. I use it in the nourishing tea. It's in the Nora tea. It's in the kids nourishing tea that I have on my website. I tried growing this, but my area does not like it. So I order a bunch. I think I got 2 packets of that. And these are all in 1 pound increments, just to give you an idea. The raspberry leaf, I put that in my nourishing teas. It's really good for women because it's a uterine tonic, and it's in the Nora tea, which is also my nourishing tea blend that I have. And I do have a recipe for that on my blog that I can link below. So cleavers is really used to promote urination and to stimulate the lymphatic system. And that is something that I am really trying to focus on these days, is lymphatic inflammation and swollen lymph nodes. So I'm ordering these to give them a try. Eleuthero, or Siberian ginseng as it used to be called. So not only does it help the body cope better with stress, but it also increases endurance and stimulates the brain to improve concentration. And let me tell you, I need that. So this is a new purchase for me. I have not tried this herb yet, but I have read so much on it and I've heard nothing but good things, honestly. And then, of course, dandelion root. I was mentioning my detox tea earlier because dandelion works really well on your urinary system, specifically your kidneys. It can also help detox your liver a little bit. And as I have mentioned previously, I don't have a great dandelion cultivation going on in my yard for some reason. And so as I'm trying to build that up, I do still need to order it. But I go through this pretty quickly. And if you roast dandelion and use it with chicory, oh, it smells so good and like a great coffee substitute. Just add some milk to it. So good. So fennel seed I use in my cough and sore throat again. And it is an amazing mucilagenic herb. And it is a wonderful sweet smelling herb. I just absolutely love it. If you have not used it, I highly recommend it. And if you're going to be using it in tea, you may want to crush the seeds to help release the oil before you start steeping it, and you'll have better effects. So trying to get into my pantry is fun. It's just right off the kitchen, and I'm really just trying to figure this out. I've been trying to do more minimalism and get things out of the way to help with the overwhelm, to help with the clutter. But when you have your own business, it's kind of hard to say, no, I don't need that, or, oh, I'm just going to buy a small little bit of it, because you generally will end up needing a lot more of it than you think. And those amber colored jars I just put below actually are the Just Ingredients mouthwash bottles, which is the exact same that I had been buying for my tinctures. And so now I'm getting them for, quote unquote free every time I buy the mouthwash for my children. And I just peel off the label, clean them, boil them, sanitize them, and I can use it. voila, I don't have to buy any more bottles. So that's just a tip. If you like those type of bottles, start buying that mouthwash. I can put that in the description box below too if you'd like. But as you can see, I still have a lot of herbs that need to go in jars, so I need more jars. But this is what I have out readily available that I use very, very often in my herbal preparations, whether it be tea, syrups, tinctures, poultices, whatever, you name it, I'm probably doing it. And I know it shouldn't be in the light necessarily, but that is my best space. A few videos back on my Azure Standard order, I got that spelt that had all these black balls in it. I was told that it was a fungal infection. Other people called it, and I'm probably going to mispronounce this, vetch. And so a viewer told me to see if they sprout, and that's what I'm doing here. I am wetting them on a paper towel, and I do eventually put it into a gallon plastic bag to keep the moisture in, and they are starting to sprout. It's been several days since I filmed this, and they are starting to sprout. So I don't think they were fungal after all, which is great, but I'm still not using it. And about a month or so ago, probably a little longer, I did a video with you guys making this elderberry fire cider in preparation for the 6th season. Again, I will put that below for the video and the blog post for the recipe. And I can tell you right now, I am so glad that I thought ahead this year. First time in a long time that I have done that. Thank you very much. But it smells amazing, absolutely amazing. And it's good because our other fire cider, my husband and I have been taking pretty regularly because there's been a lot of sickness going around, and we are just trying to prevent that from hitting us head on, especially since we are having some things happen this week health-wise, and we just need to stay as healthy as possible. But you can see the elderberries had the vinegar turn a lovely, lovely purple. The vegetables and herbs also turned purple, and these went to the chickens and they absolutely devoured them. So great gut health for them as well. It's just a win all around. So if you haven't started this yet, I highly suggest that you get on it. If you plan to use any type of fire cider, whether it be elderberry fire cider, regular fire cider, just get it started. It takes about 4+ weeks to steep and macerate, and you really want to get it going. And my jars are dirty over there because I had originally poured this in and then realized I forgot to add the honey. So I poured it back out. This is my second time around. Didn't want to bore you with that video. So just a little disclaimer that it's not a dirty, dirty jar. It's just, I had already done it and went, whoopsie, forgot the honey, which is not the first time. I did it with the last one too. And as you can see, one of my children wants to really be hands-on, which is fun. When you are mixing honey with liquid, generally you need to warm it up just slightly, not too much. You don't want to go over like 110 degrees, 100 at all, because you will ruin the raw properties. However, with vinegar, it dissolves it, and it doesn't take very long at all. But I just continually stir, lift up the spoon, and if there's still some honey on the spoon, I keep stirring. When it comes out and it is clean, then you can go ahead and pour it into your jars and know that it is mixed in well. So the recipe that I did, as you saw, it was in a 1/2 gallon jar, and after adding the honey and everything, it came out to pretty close to that. I would say 3/4, 1/2 gallon, or 1.5 quarts would be a more accurate description. And always make sure to label your jars, even if you swear you're going to remember, because you won't. Months from now, you'll be like, I think it's this one, but I don't know when, what month, which batch. Just label it, and you'll notice I am adding with honey so that I don't add more by accident, because I'm like, woo, that's strong. But just label your jars. So that was my day: grape jelly, herbal unboxing, a little pantry reset, a fun seed experiment, and finishing a jar of fire cider. None of it was huge on its own, but step by step, I ended the day with jelly cooling on the counter, herbs stocked, a clean pantry, seeds started, and a finished remedy ready to use. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, friends.